Hi, I'm Sneha.
And I'm David, and we are completely in love, which is why we've decided to take the plunge.
Our wedding is in less than a month.
So, we decided that we should build our dream house. And as you can see, it's become quite a wreck.
David is an American, and like most Americans, he thought he could do this himself. But as you can see here, things didn't pan out the way we planned, and now our dream home is a disaster.
Yes, which is why whenever I saw the ad on NDTV Good Times, I knew we had to send this video in.
Our wedding is in less than a month, and we need a place to move into. So NDTV Good Times, please save us.
Help us.
So this is where Sneha and David are living temporarily at Sneha's parents' home. And this is where we are going to get to know them better.
Hello!
Hello! Hello, everybody! You guys have been really waiting for me, haven't you?
Yes. Please come in.
Should we?
Oh, स्वागत है.
Sneha is a sociology teacher at the Delhi University and a Bharatanatyam dancer. Her fiance David, who till last year was living in New York, is a professional sound mixer who has worked on several projects around the world. And it was through common friends working with him in Sri Lanka that these two first met.
Sneha, David, my first question to you guys is, whose idea was it to break the entire place down? Be honest with me.
There were some things that I wanted to change about the
So it
apartment.
was you, David. It was your doing.
No, it's not entirely true. I also wanted certain things to be changed, but
Right.
not so drastically.
But now that it's happened,
Yes.
and it's a holy mess, so to speak, right now. So my question is, let's just rewind and go back a little bit. How did you both meet?
I'm based in New York City,
Okay,
and I work in film and television.
right.
And I had been offered a job to work in Sri Lanka.
Okay,
And the film happened to incorporate Bharatanatyam dancers, and Sneha's guru was cast in the film, and
Right.
some of the girls that are in her dance class were there as well.
right.
And I became friends with some of them, and they said that back in Delhi they had a friend that they thought would be a great match for me, that I
Okay.
should meet her. And so I did some Facebook spying. and
The era of technology.
yeah, and peeked at her photos, and she had no idea. And then after the film was wrapped, I
Right.
came back to Delhi, and we went to this great bar,
Okay.
had some dinner.
And you met her, that's the first time you met
And
her
that
in
was the
Delhi.
first time I had met her.
Right.
And it so happened that that week was I wasn't working, it was my off from work, so I had all the time in the world to spend
Right.
with him.
How
So-
convenient. David, if I'd asked you a few years ago, would you have considered yourself settling down in Delhi and getting married and having a house here? Not in your life.
Last year, you could have asked me that question, and I wouldn't have even imagined it.
Right. So this is a big adventure for you, if you look at it.
It is.
Yeah?
And, you know, a lot of my friends have thought that I've been crazy, and maybe even some of her friends have thought I've been crazy. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, my industry, I travel quite a bit, and I've moved quite a bit. And Sneha has built just such an amazing life for herself here that I want to add to that in Delhi and not, you know, force her to
That's
to
beautiful.
leave. You know, she's close to her friends and family here. And
I really like Sneha and David. They're a lot of fun and so completely in love with each other. David is moving all the way to Delhi to be with Sneha, which I think is beautiful. So he's going to start his life from scratch here, and it's going to be a whole new world for him, and we are going to help him with that. But it seems that I completely underestimated the whole situation. Wow. You guys really meant it when you said this whole place is completely broken down.
It's
Yes.
rubble.
Oh, wow. How long has it been like this again?
Well, it's been about a couple of weeks
It's been a couple of weeks, which is
since
why
we broke it down.
both of you are looking a little worried.
But it's gone through some changes. We've
Yeah,
knocked
every
down
day
a
we
wall.
come here, we decide something new.
Right.
Yeah, we knock this wall down and
Right.
put this door out.
So clearly, both of you are going to have an open kitchen. From the looks of it, it's in shambles.
Yes, that's the
So
plan.
which one of you cooks?
I do pasta, maybe some simple things.
I do Maggie really well.
Oh my
And
God,
chai.
we have two chefs with us. This is
Yes,
incredible.
it's an open kitchen, open to anyone who likes to cook to come and cook.
We need to put signage of that somewhere on top.
Open.
Now, how about big leather couches?
I'm not that
be
fond
opposed.
of.
No,
not
no.
very
This is awesome. Sorry, you're not fond of what, Sneha?
Leather couches.
Why not?
I just find them uncomfortable. You sort of like slide off them.
Aesthetically or?
Aesthetically, they're not comfortable, I think.
Oh,
Most of them at
no.
least.
They're comfortable over time.
But why would you want to wait for all that long for it to get comfortable? Might
It's
as
like
well buy
wine.
something that's comfortable.
It's like a
from
fine
day one.
wine. We'll just chop the legs off. It'll rest slow. We'll have a low-lying leather couch.
Oh, no.
We finally got
It's fusion.
some disagreement. I'm so happy with this. You guys are too perfect.
No, we'll talk about this.
We'll talk about that. We have time. So who's going to sacrifice this? I want to watch that bit. We'll have to look into it later, right?
We'll get
Yeah.
back to you on
Yeah,
that.
you're not too sure about letting go of the leather couch right now, are you?
Well, it has to
It's
be
part-
like, it has to be gorgeous. I should just look at it and
Fall
say,
in love with it.
this is what I want.
There's
But
a-
I don't see that happening.
There's a masculine element to having a leather couch.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, this just got
I'm
interesting.
sure he's just saying this for
All right.
effect.
No leather, no flowers, or
Oh, you wanted
Flowers?
flowers, and do you want like a wallpaper on the walls? Do you want pretty flowery wallpapers?
No,
My-
it's not a bad idea if the pattern's right.
You tend to get bored if you have a pattern on the walls.
But
I
you
think
can
walls
change it.
should be
That's the
just
beauty
plain.
of wallpaper. The idea is
Something
to
along
keep
the
it
shades of
open
your
and-
watch, maybe,
yeah.
David.
Uh,
You seem to like red.
I'm okay
We
with
have
this.
fiery red.
I'm okay with that.
On the
Yeah,
walls?
you know we're on the third floor, and you know how hot Delhi gets.
Right.
This is going to be like an oven
Right.
if you paint it red.
So I think I can sense where the immediate problem will be. Wall colors. Now Sneha wants really simple, plain, sober colors on the wall, whereas David wouldn't really mind experimenting with a splash of color. I think that's where his wild Texan side kicks in. So we're going to have to find a color palette which matches both temperaments. Also, furniture. Now David is pro leather couches and Sneha is completely opposed to that idea. I guess these sort of problems come up when you have two different personalities clash in the same room. And now it's time we handed this project over to our experts.
Sneha and David's home is a tricky one because the work needs to start from scratch. The lady who will be designing a whole new world for them is Pratibha Kohli, an architect who works with Pure Home and Living as the design head. She visited the house yesterday and got the ball rolling immediately. As you can see, Pratibha works at the speed of lightning and she already has a floor plan ready.
Looking at Sneha and David, I think they are a very interesting couple. I've also gone through the space that the area provides. There's a lot of scope that can be done in it. I've worked on the layouts and I've finally come out with dividing the whole area into two segments. One is the living section and the other being the dining. I think they'll have lots of friends coming in, not too formal though, maybe more informal. So this area needs to be more like a loungy kind of an effect. I've been able to give them a 3-seater sofa along with a 2-seater with a coffee table in the center and 2 poofs, which can probably have some kind of a storage with 2 side tables on this side. There's a media unit right in front of the sofa. In the dining segment, I've finally been able to accommodate a small bar which David has been looking for. There could be a small console on this wall with a mirror on top, and I feel surely has to be a dining table where at least the two of them can sit and dine. So I've been able to give them a 4-seater dining table.
India's #1 news app. Just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. and Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.